Okay, so everybody's talking about Happiest Season, this lesbian Christmas movie that's on Hulu, and I will too. But nobody's talking about the one Netflix released, A New York Christmas Wedding. I just watched it last night. Here are my thoughts. Okay, so this one's more of a quirky drama. Happiest Season, I'm thinking that's a comedy. I don't know. This one's more of a drama for sure. It follows this girl who lost her parents and her best friend, but most recently her dad and her best friend. And you see that in the opening, her and her best friend having this fight. And she says, you're dead to me, drop dead, all that. And you flash forward to 20 years later, and she's about to marry, some dude. And, they're at this Christmas party with the dude's parents. The dude's mother kind of sucks. And then she goes for some air, goes for a walk with the dog, and then she sees a dude riding a bike get hit by like a bus or something, and he doesn't have a scratch on him. And then she's like, "Well, let me walk with you a little bit, make sure you're okay," because he's in the medical field, I think. Oh yes, he's a vet. Uh, so, well, she works in a vet, yeah. Like you saw her putting the dog down earlier. So, um, and so she's walking with him, and they're talking, and this dude knows a lot more than he should about her. Reveals nothing. And this dude knows. You get a feeling this dude maybe knows a little bit more than what he's letting on. And then he tells her, when you wake up, embrace what's there, basically. So she goes back, goes to sleep, wakes up, and she's in the bed with her best friend, who's supposed to be dead. And her best friend's a woman. And that's basically basically the whole movie is these two. This is what would have happened had they not had that fight. She would have told her best friend how she really felt and all that. And, she's a whole lot happier and everything. And then the dude she was talking to earlier comes back and he's like, uh, I'm regarding an angel. It's just like, you're fucking crazy. And, he proves it, you know. And he's like, you're gonna have a choice. Stick with her or go back to your other life. You got till the end of Christmas. And so the whole movie we're seeing all this stuff with her and her friend right up until they get married, a surprise wedding. And then dude shows back up, her guardian angel, and then reveals who he actually is. And if you've seen I Still Know You Did Last Summer, there's a twist there. The exact same thing. I mean, I know they reveal it, they spell it out for you, just like in I Still Know You Did Last Summer. It was right in front of you the whole time. I feel like I see wearing a dunce cap that says dumbass. I'm like, ugh. How did I fall for it again 20 years later? I'm like, what? It's this big dramatic thing. Like, really? That's all I could think of. Like, really? Like, ugh. And I'm like, alright. And so she makes her choice. And at first I wasn't really sure about that. Because in this alternate world she's visiting, her dad is back. And I'm like, well, as someone who just lost his dad, then that sounds real good right about now. And I'm like, how's she gonna magically go somewhere and her dad, like, what is this? I almost don't want her to be with the girl, because that's not how it works in reality. Yes, I'm still grieving. In the end, she chooses, she chooses the girl, obviously. But it's implied that it's after she lost her dad. So, I don't know, I kind of like dick, but at the same time, really not in a place to see a movie where somebody gets their dad back magically, you know? Anyway, So yeah, this movie it's pretty good. I was expecting a comedy. It is not. The acting was good, like really good, especially her guardian angel Azrael. That dude knows how to talk, man. His words. Yeah. So this movie got a graded B. Yeah, a B. And I'll do a happiest season sometime this week. I have other stuff to watch this week. So, and that is all. And this is the start of some Christmas movies I'm going to be reviewing. And I got my sister. She's going to do some with me. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that while this isn't the first LGBTQ movie to bring this up, they talk about, you know, the Bible. Because the best friend is kind of religious. Kind of, she is religious. And they're trying to get married at this Catholic church that they've been going through their whole lives. And the pastor wants to do it, you know, only, the Bible says don't, even though literally everyone else says do it. Apparently, the Pope says do it. I don't know. According to the movie, that the Pope, I don't know. But I know gay marriage is legal. It's just find someone who will do it. It's, it's not a problem. And he's like, well, I can't go. It's like, and he says, well, you know, and then they talk about it, and they go that verse like, I've never been clear on where it says dudes can't be with dudes, girls can't be with girls, so on and so forth. There's stuff in there about and I've never been clear about that or where all this hatred comes from in under the guise of religion. And this movie explores that, takes a verse I think they're talking about, and breaks it down in one scene. It says it's one of the misused uh, passages in the Bible because in there love is love. That's the part that matters. You know, because I've not read the Bible in a while, a long while. And I don't remember a part about what it's saying women can't be with women, men can't be with men, or none of that. I don't know. But I like this movie goes there and they talk about it and what that passage is supposed to mean, you know. And this leads to this preacher getting losing his job for secretly performing same-sex commitment ceremonies, weddings. It goes there, talks about it. I like that. I do. I like seeing that. Just, like I said, I'm the first to do it. But yeah, I think there needs to be more because I've heard some real nonsense come from pastors about the LGBTQ community. I'm like, how are you preaching love and how are you preaching love and all this and love your brothers and sisters and neighbors? That it's talking so vile of these people who just want to be themselves, their true selves. You know, and that's all. That's all. Really, son.